So I'm going to show you how you set up your Bing account in AnyTrack, and you can then track all your conversions back to Bing ads and see your conversions, revenues, optimize based on those conversions, build audiences according to those conversions, and obviously from any type of integrated partner or custom partners within AnyTrack. So, well, we've got already a property that is actually running on AnyTrack. So that's the demo property, always like this one, unbounce.anytrack.io. So it's like a kind of a playground where we show some links and and how how AnyTrack works on kind of a comparison website with programs like Has Offers, CJ, Impact, and even ClickBank. So now we're on the AnyTrack dashboard. So to get started with Bing, you would have to go into the tracking pixels. This is where we let you connect and configure your ad account and various pixels and analytics within the AnyTrack platform. So obviously we've got Bing ads here. Reminds me that we're going to have to change the name since they actually change it to Microsoft Advertising. So in Bing ads, Microsoft Advertising, and here you can see that I've already set up some conversions, but before we get there, let's configure within AnyTrack the different IDs that we need. So if I go here, okay, this is my the tag ID that I already have on my site. If you don't have a tag already, then it's time to set it up. It's at the account level. You can create your UAT or UET tag in your share library. Okay, this is where we have the UET tag. So if you don't have one, you can create one here, and you'll get a number, and that number is the actual tag. Okay, so this is the tag ID that you will need within AnyTrack. So here, I'm going to take the one that is already active. Okay, because I assume that if you run on Bing, you probably already have a tag on your site, so we're not going to start all over again. So I have my number, and now I'm going back to AnyTrack. So Bing settings, very simple. You just add your tag ID, next, and that's it. Now here you enable server-side events. Server-side events are the conversions coming from third-party systems, affiliate programs, e-commerce, CRM, APIs, you name it. So you enable it, and then you've got the different conversions that AnyTrack natively tracks. So those call to action form submissions are essentially links on your site, that leads to products or affiliate offers. Or form submissions here. Okay, so that's my form. I control it. I know what I have on it, and I know what I want to track in it. So I've got those conversions, okay, the engagements, and then I've got the other lead acquisition, sale, install. So those are conversions that are being tracked, from affiliate programs or third-party systems. These are the names, the standard names of those conversions within AnyTrack, and those are the names that you want to send to your, to Bing, and accordingly, Bing will record those conversions. So if you change that to demo lead, then AnyTrack will send that conversion type, into Bing, okay, and you'll be able to see that specific conversion. I'm going to use the standard events. I'm not going to change any of those. Make it simpler for sake of the demo, but feel free to change those names as you see fit. So I've got my names here, and I want to create those conversions within Bing. So I've got, I'm on my screen here, go to conversion tracking and conversion goals. No need of offline conversion. Okay, that is from the past. Now we're working exclusively with server-side tracking and on-site tracking, which is a lot more accurate and fully automated. So I've got already my conversion set up, and they're already recording conversion. So this is that was for another tag that I haven't actually set up on my site. So you can see here, okay, the call to action event, which is when people click on links on the site, and that's the name. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to, let's say, create a new one, which we are not going to create until at the end, but just so you have an idea of what is the setup. But then I'll show you the exact how is it actually set up for conversion that is already tracking. So call to action demo. That's how we're going to call it. We select event and next. And here, and that's the important part, because if you mess up here, then nothing's going to work. So you just paste that name that we have here. We paste it in the action, okay, the event action, and then we select here the conversion action value may vary. Okay, what it means that when you get conversions, okay, obviously that's like a call to action click, so there is no real value. So you can leave it empty or just leave it at 1. Doesn't really matter. But you can just don't assign a value at all. It's really up to you. That's how you configure it. But that's really important. Okay, so this is what you want to make sure that you have properly copied and pasted from AnyTrack into Bing. Okay. Now the conversion window, specifically for call to action, I would make it like 3 days, okay, or like even 2 days. Okay, it doesn't mean anything if someone comes back after 20 days, to your landing page and click on the link. Doesn't really give much. But we'll see how we can use that information later on. You can include or not into the conversion column, okay, but it's really up to you as how you want to see the report in your account. And here you associate that with the tag that you have on your site. So in my case, this is the tag, and save. Now, all of this, you don't have to do anything. It's already tracking. It's already set up within AnyTrack. We send those events straight. Okay, so you just put the normal tag from Microsoft into your site, and that's it. No need to add those specific event tracking, because we do that automatically. Okay, and then you save. Okay, so that's one conversion. And now we're going to look into the other conversions that we have. So this is the one that we just created. There are no conversions, but we can look at this one that is already tracking, and we're going to add some columns here so we can see the value of those conversion. Okay, so that's here. Maybe yeah, here we go. So that's, hold on, let me just close that. Okay, so we want to see those conversions for the past last 7 days, so we can actually see some value here. Okay, so you can see that there is value. There are values, tied to those conversions that we've set. Okay, so now we've done the call to action, which is probably not the least important conversion that we want to track, and we have the sale here, which is very important. So we're gonna just edit it so you can see what are the settings, and essentially the settings are the same as what I just did. So you name it as you want. Okay, you can call it a demo sale. That's the event. Again, that's always events that we select here. Okay, and then here the sale. Okay, that's what we have in AnyTrack. Okay, here, and whenever there is a cell that's going to be tracked in AnyTrack, we're going to be sending that same event. And if when we send the event to Bing, the event action is set as sale, specifically written like this, then the conversion will be tracked. Now, here is very important to select, the second option, conversion action value may vary because conversions from different networks, come at different rates, different values, especially if you're on a rev share, cost per sale deal, then the values that you're going to see that you want to see in your Bing account will be different for every single cell. So it's very important that you select that option here. The count all, because if you are on a recurring deal, then multiple conversions will be attached to the same click. So multiple sales, rebills, upsells, and that's what is going to fill up your account with with the real value. So you have a lifetime value of your actual campaign. So important to have all here. And don't worry, AnyTrack does the deduplication of conversion. So in case the same conversion comes twice, we know how to deduplicate these conversions. The conversion window. So we want to go as far as we can because we want to have the real lifetime value of the campaign. So, for instance, if you send traffic to a subscription-based product, and every month you have a payment, then the maximum you're going to get here is 3 payments. But at least the maximum that you'll have as much data as possible in your Bing reports, including conversion. That's obviously in each website. That's the tag that we've selected. Okay, and save. Okay, so that's something that you do with every single conversion that you want to track in in Bing, because you might be from different type of programs that each label their conversions differently. Again, you might want to send everything to sell, okay, so lead, you can send it as sale, and acquisition can be also sent as sale, and etc. etc. If you do app installs, that also you want to track this, and then we'll have the catch-all event, but we'll get back to that. Okay, so I'm just back to this thing without saving. Okay, and save. All right, now one of the important thing is that you have your Bing ads on your site, okay, and that's important. Okay, so because without the Bing ads tag, we can't track the events, and we can't track back to Bing, according to the pixels that we collect, the data that we collect, and we can tie with every single click sent by Bing. Obviously, you will need AnyTrack tag, and Google Analytics, important to have it on the site. Outbrain, Facebook, MailChimp. If you run if you collect leads and you use MailChimp to collect those to collect those leads. So we've got all our tags here. You can make it simple and use Google Tag Manager. And once you have Google Tag Manager, everything is within Tag Manager, and sometimes makes it simple to manage. So done. And here we've got our links and our form. Here is the form setting if you want to have a closer look. So to track forms within AnyTrack, the way to do it is to add a hidden field. You can name it as you wish. I like to name it 80 Blake ID. But the most important thing is to have this placeholder. And that placeholder will basically indicate to AnyTrack that we have to replace this placeholder macro on the form. And AnyTrack will automatically do it and will automatically send a tracked event form submission to all your pixels at once. So that in AnyTrack, you'll see those opt-in conversions in your different pixels. You'll be able to see those form submission events, create audiences, and optimize according to this event if you want to. But another important part of it is to have this field added as a field within your affiliate, within your email marketing software, so that you can reuse it for further attribution. But we'll get back to this later. So we are done with this. We can save it. Now the links, just you can just add your links as provided by your affiliate programs. So this is like from Impact Radius, very simple. I don't like passing through URL parameters because it can be problematic, especially because UTM parameters have an impact on how Google Analytics measure your stats or your acquisition stats. We'll get back to that later, but it's not really something that I recommend passing through those parameters. And that's pretty much it. So we've got those links. This is like CJ impact forms. We have regular links from as offers, and you've got also, here we go. This is a standard link from as offers, and this is another standard link. Sorry about that. From as offers, it was meant to be a deep link. Doesn't matter, but that's okay. And here we have some links from ClickBank. Short link from Flex offers, and then some other links that as I said before, this is some kind of a playground that I use for different demo. But I publish my page, republish, and that's it. Now this is done. Okay, and this is done, and this is my page. Okay, so here, and now we can even have a look at Google Analytics. We know everything is tracking. So if I go into the real-time dashboard, I can see that we've got one active user, which is probably me. But what I do is just hit the the call to action URL here, okay, and here, and do a form submit. Hello, MailChimp, and AnyTrack. And then get to that page. Now, if I check Google Analytics. Oh, I see that I have some events being tracked. Okay, so well, if you're already working with AnyTrack, then that's how things appear. Okay, these are links, or items that we pick up from the website automatically. In some websites, you have the ability to customize the name of the link. In Unbound's case, it's not the case, but that's what it is. Okay, but you see immediately in real time when you've set up something. So now we've got conversions that will come true in theory, because I've set it up in a way that those clicks will generate some fake conversion. Sorry for that, but just so you can see that the conversions are showing up here in AnyTrack. Here it's like, okay, so AnyTrack acquisition, call to action, sale, and obviously if we go deeper, and because I've done that demo quite a few times, you can see probably here some conversions coming through. Again, real conversions, but still server-side conversions coming from a server-side integration that I did with Zapier, I think, or maybe it was Integromat. We can have actually here and see it was Integromat. Okay, so if you go here, you see that's the postback that I created, and here is the data. Okay, so obviously I did that campaign or that click, a couple of times. So the system identified me. I had the same cookie, obviously, but here, for instance, okay, because it's a sale, okay, it's okay. So this conversion can go through and will go through. Both AnyTrack and the different tools that we have connected to the AnyTrack account. And here you can see why it didn't go through, and the conversion already exists. Okay, so in that case, it's a CPA. CPA don't count twice for the same click ID and the same source. Therefore, it's not going to be captured, or it's going to be captured but discarded by the conversion logic that we have within the platform. Obviously, here we have the actual data where you can see the flow that the user took. So okay, it was yesterday that I initially visited that website, and you can see those conversions. Now the source is always Bing, okay, because click was Bing. So regardless if I came straight to the website later on, the conversion will still be attributed to Bing. So within Bing that the conversion was is going to pile up, stack up for your campaign ROI. Other than that, okay, acquisition, leads, you can see the funnel of that particular conversion, and every single conversion. Okay, so that's very interesting to see. But obviously, the most important aspect of this tracking funnel is to actually see the conversion data coming through your Bing campaigns. And that's what really makes it so special, is that you can see here any type of conversion coming from any source, affiliate programs, CRM, APIs, e-commerce, whatever you choose. And here, basically, okay, my CPA, obviously, it was just a test campaign to capture a bit of click IDs from Bing, so we could send those conversions to from AnyTrack to Bing. So I got like a 448 conversion value, which is obviously no. I didn't make any money with that test. But here you can see actually the type of conversion. Name, and then here you can see the different conversions that were triggered within Bing. Okay, so I had plenty of conversion, obviously, and you can see the sale, the acquisition, and so forth. So you're running a campaign and have your return on investment that we don't show here, but hold on, let me just have a look here. Campaign and performances, and I think that's going to be hold on. So here, okay. So let's just return on ad spend. Okay, so I have it here. Okay, and apply. And my return on ad spend is extraordinary, and obviously we are all laugh about it, but eventually, even though this is not true, this is a percentage of hopefully positive will show up here in your account when you'll be running your ads. Now, how do you create ads in Bing? Okay, when you're an affiliate marketer, and keep in mind that Bing, doesn't disallow or forbid doing affiliate marketing, but as an affiliate marketer, you always have to be careful when dealing with premium networks. Have terms of use on your site, privacy policy, and all the rest of it. I mean, this is very very important. Just to keep your business and your campaigns up and running without any interference due to some compliance issue. So you've got your campaigns here, and we can look at the ads themselves. The campaign, is just a standard campaign. There is not a special about it. But here, keep in mind that your ad is, a standard ad, nothing special. Here, the link is a link to your landing page or your website. You don't need to redirect anything. You can have, if you want, a mobile URL. That's really up to you. You can add here, a specific tracking template for this ad. But what we've done is, and what I recommend is using campaign-wide settings or account-wide settings, because it just helps you avoid mistakes or forgetting to add some parameters or templates, and all of a sudden not tracking properly your campaigns. So again, this is the standard ad, the landing page URL. Nothing special about this. And if you're not running yet with AnyTrack, and you have already some ads run it, super simple to get started, because essentially you don't have to do anything on your site besides adding the AnyTrack tag. You don't have to change your links. You don't have to change your link structure, anything. It's just a straightforward process, to get started. But okay, let's leave that aside for a second, and let's go into the account wide settings. Okay, so we've got it here, and we've got the tags, and we've got the audiences. So we go into the share library, and we can see some account level options. So here we've got the tracking template, and that's really up to you whether you want to add it in that section, or if you want to add it here. If you test, you will see the result of that tracking template. the tracking templates. Okay, you see now, like, it replaces, the the keywords, the campaign ID, the campaign name, etc., etc., and passes automatically the click ID from Microsoft to your landing page URL. So it's working just fine, and that's how, like, when parallel tracking is not supported and when parallel tracking is supported. So any way is working just fine. Here, so we've got it here. The auto tag here has to be on. Okay, that's without the click ID, then there is no tracking. Okay, so just so auto apply ad suggestion. That's up to you. I usually don't apply because you might find yourself advertising on websites that you don't want, or for some keywords that might not be relevant. So there are still a few things that I don't like to automate. So no need to update anything here. And what else do we have? We have the audience. Okay, so again, this is in the shell library, and the audiences essentially allow you to create buckets of users that have done action within and that have been tracked with your Bing Ads tag. So, for instance, if you send traffic from any ad network, like from Facebook, it can be SEO, it can be Google Ads, any other ad network, Outbrain, Taboola, essentially the tag of the Bing tag will capture this information, and we will send to the ads tag every event, whether they are from the campaigning on or from other campaigns. And now all this data is being collected and captured by the tag from Bing, and create audiences, and that audience allows you to run retargeting campaigns. So here you can see obviously the conversions that we've seen before, and essentially creating a retargeting, remarketing list, as they call it, is like creating a conversion. So when someone does something, it goes into the audience. In that case, what we see here, okay, the tag is active. Obviously the audience is too small because it's just a test that we've done. So let's just open the cell and see what we've got. Okay, so basically it's the same settings. Okay, so just give it a name, cell, demo cell. Okay, that's just the name. Doesn't mean anything in terms of tracking. It's just a name. You select custom events. Okay, always, because that's what we send to Bing. And then the action, okay, the event action is sale. Okay, the same way as it displays in AnyTrack or in your conversion goal within Bing. Okay, the membership duration can be 30 days, but you can just give it more days, and I think 180 is probably the best option, so you can keep retargeting to all the customers that have already purchased something. So if you sell a product that has possible link to other products, complementary products, like, okay, you sell a travel, not these days, but you sell a plane ticket to Paris, you might want to sell a hotel room, and so on. So like the guys like booking.com or I've seen them. I mean, you search for like a travel to Amsterdam, and the thing they propose you on Google Ads or whatever, or the network, they propose you to rent a car for your next trip in Amsterdam. So that's smart retargeting. Again, because you have the data within Bing and other networks. Now you can use this to actually push offers and products that have higher to convert. Again, you have like action, okay, equal sell, exactly it's written, because that's how we're going to send it. So if like sell, A doesn't mean anything, okay, it's not going to track. Again, we got this here, the description, that's up to you, and then the sharing of the data and the length of the membership duration, okay. That's where it is. And you repeat that process with every single conversion. Okay. Now, one thing that you do is create one for anything that is greater than, let's say, than 2. Okay. So any user that has generated a conversion value greater than 2, then is going to enter that bucket. So it's going to be like the entire bucket of conversion. Now, obviously, mix and match. Okay, you can say, okay, equal acquisition, sell, and higher 100. Okay, so any user that has generated sell conversion and the value was higher than 100 goes into that bucket. So you like your high value customers, and for those customers, you might be willing to spend, I don't know, $5 a click, $10 a click, because they are buying, okay, and that might yield some interesting results depending on what industry you work in. Okay, so again, you select the tracker. Okay, so that's the one that we had before. You can share it with this, so it can be only for that account. Okay, and that's to this. Okay, and save. I just give it a name. Sell high value customers. Okay, that's my audience. Okay, so any cell that generates a value of more is going to enter that audience. That, I think we've covered pretty much everything. And before we go, I'm going to show you in Google Analytics, because still there's some value to see that in Google Analytics. Here, that's my and value of those conversions, and action will tell me what my conversion generated. Okay, so here we've got this. I've changed the name. Yes, I know, but that's something that was earlier. You can see those conversions here and their value, and eventually you can see campaigns here, all campaigns, and how campaigns are. So here you can see, all the keywords, collected that generated those conversions. You can select by here and see what was the what were those conversions, and if you want, you can even see data source, okay, which is where is the actual conversion coming from. Okay, so we've got offers, impact, and other, which is whenever there is no attribute conversion source, but you can see each of them. if you want, you can even go into the event category, where we have some more granular information related to that, to the conversions. So that's it. I guess you might have some questions, you might have some concerns. You can always reach out to us report, but to get started with the tag on your site, follow the steps on the platform, and you'll be up in no time. Don't forget, you got the task here that lets you know where you stand within the setup and what could be or should be fixed in your account. And the dashboard with some information that you might find useful. I find Google Analytics a lot more insightful.